Most financial mistakes announce themselves. You feel them when you overspend. You notice them when your account runs low. You see them immediately when a bill goes unpaid. But tax mistakes don't work like that. They are quiet, they are patient, and they wait until the moment when fixing them is no longer possible. Every single year, millions of people lose thousands of dollars to taxes. Not because they broke the law, not because they were careless, and not because they didn't work hard enough. They lose money because they didn't know what was happening while the year was still unfolding. If you freelance, do gig work, run a side hustle, or earn money outside a traditional paycheck, this video could change the way you think about taxes forever and save you more money than any deduction you'll ever search for. The biggest lie most people believe about taxes is simple. Taxes are something you deal with once a year. That belief is the root of nearly every tax disaster. Taxes are not a yearly event. They are a year-long system. But here's the problem. Most people have zero visibility into that system. They don't know what they currently owe, what they should be setting aside, or how changes in income affect their taxes. And the IRS does nothing to correct this misunderstanding. There are no warning emails, no alerts when you're drifting off course, no friendly messages saying, "Hey, you might want to fix this." The IRS waits, and when they finally speak, it's through penalties, interest, and a bill you didn't see coming. Why freelancers are hit the hardest. If you're a W-2 employee with one job, some protection exists. Taxes are withheld automatically. Mistakes still happen, but they're usually smaller. Freelancers don't have that safety net. When you freelance or work gigs, you receive gross income, not net income. Every dollar hits your account looking like profit, even though a large portion of it doesn't belong to you. Now add multiple income streams, irregular payment schedules, platform payouts, tips, bonuses, commissions. Suddenly, your tax situation becomes complex without you realizing it. Not because you're irresponsible, not because you're bad with money, but because no system was ever set up for you. The 4 most expensive tax mistakes. Mistake number 1, guessing quarterly payments. Quarterly payments sound simple, but most people guess. They pick a number that feels safe. They send it in. They hope it's enough. Sometimes it isn't. Penalties apply. Sometimes it's too much. Money wasted all year. Guessing always loses. Mistake number 2, ignoring small side income. A side hustle feels harmless. A few $100s here, a small platform payout there. But taxes don't care how small it feels. Untracked income silently increases tax liability, and people don't notice until it's too late. Mistake number 3, mixing W-2 and 1099 income blindly. One income stream has withholding, the other doesn't. People assume they balance out. They don't. This mistake alone blindsides millions of people every year. Mistake number 4, waiting until January or February. This is the most common mistake and the most damaging. By January, deadlines have passed. Adjustments are impossible. Penalties are locked in. Waiting feels harmless. It isn't. The emotional cost nobody talks about. Tax mistakes don't just cost money. They cost peace of mind. People stop trusting their own finances. They hesitate to spend money they've earned. They delay growth decisions. Some people get refunds and feel relief until they realize they loaned the government money all year. Others owe thousands and feel blindsided. Both outcomes come from the same issue, lack of clarity. The truth about refunds. A refund feels like a win, but here's the truth. A refund means you overpaid. That money sat with the government all year, interest-free, while you worked for it. The goal isn't a refund. The goal isn't owing. The goal is accuracy and control. And control only exists when you check your numbers before tax season. How taxes should actually be handled. Here's what actually works. You don't need advanced tax knowledge. You don't need spreadsheets. You don't need to obsess. You need 3 things. Visibility, knowing where you stand. Adjustment, correcting course during the year. Consistency, checking before deadlines. When people do this, taxes stop being scary. They become predictable. Where traditional systems fail, traditional tax prep happens too late. Accountants see damage after it's done. Software helps you file, not plan. Most systems answer the wrong question. What people actually need is simple. Where do I stand right now? That question is rarely answered until it's too late. Introducing PaycheckPerfect, authority not hype. This is where PaycheckPerfect comes in, and it's important to be clear about what it is and what it isn't. PaycheckPerfect is not here to replace accountants. It's not here to turn you into a tax expert, and it's definitely not here to bear you under IRS jargon, confusing forms, or endless spreadsheets. Its purpose is much simpler and much more useful. PaycheckPerfect exists to give you real-time clarity. Most tax problems don't come from people doing the wrong thing on purpose. They come from people not knowing where they stand while the year is still happening. PaycheckPerfect closes that gap. You enter your income, and yes, that includes side income, freelance work, gig payouts, bonuses, or anything else that doesn't come with automatic withholding. From there, PaycheckPerfect estimates your tax liability based on the numbers that actually matter. Not assumptions, not guesses, and not outdated information from last year. It shows you what portion of your income isn't really yours yet. And more importantly, it shows you what to set aside so you're not scrambling later. There's no confusing IRS language. No tax code rabbit holes. No spreadsheets that make you feel like you need a finance degree to understand them. Just clear numbers, presented in a way that helps you make better decisions right now, not months from now. Because when you can see the reality of your tax situation clearly, the anxiety disappears and control takes its place. How clarity changes behavior. When people see their numbers clearly, behavior changes. They stop guessing. They stop procrastinating. They stop fearing tax season. Instead, spending decisions improve. Cash flow stabilizes. Confidence increases. Taxes stop being reactive. They become managed. Real-world scenarios. Imagine adding a side hustle and seeing the impact immediately. Earning more one month and knowing exactly what it means. Having a slow month and adjusting without panic. This isn't theory. This is what clarity does. Who this is for? PaycheckPerfect was built for real people, not just accountants or finance professionals. It's for freelancers juggling multiple clients and unpredictable income. It's for gig workers whose pay changes month to month, sometimes week to week. It's for W-2 employees with side hustles who assumed everything would balance out until it didn't. And it's for anyone who's simply tired of tax surprises. If you've ever been shocked by a tax bill, overpaid and wondered where your money went, felt anxious every time tax season approached, then this was built for you. PaycheckPerfect isn't about hype or shortcuts. It's about awareness, control, and confidence. And once you have that, taxes stop being a threat and start being manageable. The cost of waiting. Waiting feels harmless, but waiting is expensive. Penalties don't care about intentions. Deadlines don't move. And surprise bills don't shrink with time. The best time to check your numbers was earlier. The second best time is now. Professionals don't guess. They check, they adjust, they stay informed. Taxes aren't the problem, not knowing is. Check your paycheck today at paycheckperfect.com. The link is in the pinned comment and description. A few minutes today can save you thousands tomorrow.